Hey guys, ETN Study here from Sunbros, and it's time for another Hero Quick Look video. And today we're going to be talking about Nakroth. Nakroth is a class assassin warrior. His role is mobility. As you guys can see in the bottom left, he has slightly below average constitution and is above average on all the others. Nakroth's passives, Dread Judge. Every fourth normal attack, Nakroth knocks a target in the air, and each time he hits an enemy with an ability, he gains attack speed. Nakroth's first ability, Jury Fury, Nakroth lunges forward, knocks enemies into the air, dealing damage, and the ability can be used again within 5 seconds. Nakroth's second ability, Death Sentence, Nakroth flips backwards, and the next normal attack has a horizontal sweep that deals extra damage. Nakroth's last ability and ultimate, Judgment's Blade, Nakroth swings his blade against enemies in range, dealing damage each time they hit the enemy, while the last hit knocks enemies into the air. He is completely immune to crowd control effects during his ultimate. Next, we're going to be talking about pros and cons to Nakroth, and we're going to start with the pros, which is the strengths of Nakroth that you're going to want to concentrate on doing when you're playing as him, and the things you're going to want to avoid when you're playing against him. Number one, Nakroth has really good crowd control for an assassin. Between his passive, Dread Judge, that knocks enemies up into the air every fourth normal attack, or his first ability, Jury Fury, in which Nakroth lunges forward and knocks targets into the air and he can use it twice, or Nakroth's ultimate, Judgment's Blade, which knocks enemies up into the air again on the last hit of his blade swings. So we're talking about 3 separate knockups that can be done using his abilities and 1 passively that goes off every 4th auto attack. 4 knockups for an assassin is a lot of crowd control, and it's definitely one of the things that makes Nakroth special. And Nakroth's second pro is that he has great mobility. Nakroth's first ability, Jury Fury, offers him 2 lunges or jumps into the air that are pretty good distance, followed up by his second ability, Death Sentence, which is a backwards flip. The ability for Nakroth to move around the map with all these abilities and gank lanes is definitely one of the best in the game. And the third pro for Nakroth is that he's a great rhythm assassin. And what I mean by this is that because of his passive, Dread Judge, the second part of it says each time an ability hits an enemy, Nakroth gains 50% attack speed. 50% attack speed is a lot. And so the way that you take advantage of Nakroth's abilities is by hitting enemies with abilities and then utilizing that attack speed on normal attacks before you cast your next ability and you do it again. So ideally you're using Nakroth's abilities to keep him crowd controlling the enemy and then using the buff, the 50% attack speed buff to his normal attacks to do that in between casts in order to maximize the damage output and the crowd control output that Nakroth has. So there's a very interesting rhythm to using Nakroth that makes him extremely powerful once you get it locked down. Now moving on to the cons for Nakroth, these are weaknesses of his that you're going to want to steer clear of and things you're going to want to take advantage of if you're playing against him. Con number 1 is that Nakroth is very susceptible to crowd control. If he is in the middle of using his abilities and he gets crowd controls, there's a very good chance that he could get killed as he's pretty squishy. Nakroth does possess one ability that makes him immune to crowd control while he's casting, and that's his ultimate, Judgment's Blade. Again though, the ultimate doesn't remove crowd control, it only makes you immune to it. So if you get crowd controlled and are trying to avoid getting crowd controlled again, you might cast it there and hope that they waste it on you while your ultimate is going off. Then again, it has a long cooldown, it's not something that you're going to want to do all the time. The second con to playing Nakroth is that he's one of the hardest heroes in the game to play. I would say probably top 3. Nakroth is definitely somebody I would not look at buying unless you're willing to put in the time that it takes to get to be very good on him, or else it'll just be wasted money because he's pretty expensive. And the last con for Nakroth is that we talked about his last pro, which is that he has great rhythm. Well, the issue is that it requires a lot of focus to play Nakroth, because once you fall out of that great rhythm, you're more than likely gonna die. If you're not somebody who could keep up with the constant demands of playing Nakroth in his natural toolkit rhythm that goes in and out of abilities using auto attacks and incorporating that attack speed boost, then Nakroth just might not be the hero for you, and honestly, he's not for most people. Alright guys, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other Hero Quick Look videos, our top 5 videos, and of course, our brand new How to Play Arena Valor series. Thanks for watching guys, and as always, till next time.